Hey, welcome back to EdTech. Continuing with my basic JavaScript lessons from FreeCodeCamp basic JavaScript menu. Okay, so where are we now? Today it's about object lookups. JavaScript object lookups. Yeah. So how do you use a JavaScript object for lookups? This is our chapter. So using objects for lookups, objects can be thought of as a key value storage like a dictionary. So if you have a tabular data, you can use an object to look up values rather than a switch or if-else chain. We've done switch and if-else. If you've not done, you can refer to my playlist earlier, or I will include a link to those topics in my description below. So lookups is very useful when you know that your input data is limited to a certain range, not for unlimited. So here is an example of reverse alpha lookup. Why? Because here the name of the object is alpha. I call it reverse because it's from Z to A instead of A to Z. Haha. So value is 1, stands for string Z. 2 is storing a string Y. 3 storing X. 4 storing W. 26 value is storing the string A. So note this, that numbers are not within quotes, but strings are within quotes. Remember that. And there is a difference. I've done a lesson on that earlier. So do refer to that also. Okay. Then you have alpha. Okay. So alpha is the name of the object. So what is alpha 2? Alpha with a value of 2 will be representing the string Y as we've seen above. And alpha 24 will be representing the string C or storing the string C. Yeah. So that means alpha value is the string Y in this case. So that means that's the formula. So you can actually use it to look up the value, yeah, that is being stored. So here phonetic lookup alpha should equal the string Adams. So here again the same thing, we've been provided with an object, and that name of the object is phonetic lookup, and in that object you have different values which is storing the strings. Yeah. So you need to look up for that respective result, whereby you'll be given the alpha, you'll be given the value and the respective string that is being stored, and you can get the result accordingly. Yeah. So here, like, you have been given a switch statement. Yeah. Like for example, case echo, result will be easy. Then break, then case foxtrot, result Frank, case alpha, result Adams, case bravo, result Boston. Yeah, and so on and so forth. So you have to return the result that way. Yeah, using not a switch statement as it is given here, but substitute that or change it, replace that with a lookup, object lookup. Yeah, using the formula that we have done earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this out. Yeah, I'm going to erase this, and then I will be replacing that with the formula that I do. So I'll be writing that in my code file, and after I write that in my code file, I'll come back here and copy paste it here. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's get going. Okay, I'm in my 6th line, I think. So let me erase that. It's quite pretty boring sitting here and kind of erasing it, but no choice. Okay, I want to do it line by line so that I don't erase the complete code. You're only supposed to sit and erase this part. Okay, there you go. So in case you want to get certification from FreeCodeCamp and want to learn from watching and doing, because this playground is also useful for not just watching and learning, but also practicing along the way on the FCC playground. So do remember to subscribe and share it with your friends or classmates who are also eager to pass this certification and also learn, because in FreeCodeCamp, as you will see, For a complete beginner, this is a good platform to learn, right from zero until advanced levels. So this is very useful. Okay, here we are still erasing them out. Okay, more, just one line of code. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I come back to my code file. Yeah, so I need to type it here. Mod lookup. Okay, mod lookup. So here the variable lookup is working as an object because it's storing the different values here like an object. Yeah, so it's equal to open and close curly brackets. This is how an object looks like. Okay, what was my first key value? That was alpha. So remember, in the previous given example, provided example, the key values were numbers, so there was no need to put quotes. As you know, the difference between numbers and strings. But here, this is not a number. Alpha is not a number, so you have to put it within quotes and then Adams. Okay. So alpha is storing the result Adams. So if you want to look up alpha, you'll get the result Adams, or if you want to get the result Adams, you have to look up for alpha, vice versa. So Bravo is storing or representing the name or the result Boston. Yeah, so alpha for Adams, Bravo for Boston, and don't forget to put the quotes in both the value as well as the result, and also don't forget put the colon after each value, and don't forget to put the comma after each result. Charlie is for Chicago. Now from where you're getting these values and the result? Of course from the question. So keep looking at the question very carefully and cautiously while you're keying in so that you don't make any mistakes. But if you still make a mistake, don't worry. Mistakes are supposed to be made by mistakes. And if you do make a mistake, nothing to worry about. You can always debug. I show you how to do that also along the way. Debugging is part of a developer's job. That shows that you're not scared to make a mistake, and if you do make a mistake, you know how to debug. So that's a naturally strong character of a web developer. Without getting panicky and making hoo-ha sound about it, you should know how to debug. So that's debugging all about, by looking at the error message, as we will find here soon. So Delta Denver Echo Easy. Yeah. Then the next one, I think just one more, which is Foxtrot. Okay, Foxtrot is Frank. Yeah, that's about it. Then don't forget to put the semicolon after the last value near the curly brackets. So you finished your object, that shows, and then result. So what was the formula for the result? Result is object, which is lookup value. Look up the value. So this task is all about looking up the value and getting the result. Yeah, this task is all about that. If you see in human language, it is looking up values to get the result. So if you write it in JavaScript, it is result equal to lookup value. Simple. You don't have to worry about syntax and get upset. Just think of it in human language. Looking up value to get a result, or getting a result by looking up value. Simple. How do you do that? Look up val, bracket notation, result equal to look up val. That's it. Simple, right? So if you convert a humanized language to JavaScript language, it's quite simple. So always when you're writing code, think of it that way. Think of it in your respective, it could be English, it could be anything. Think of it the human way. What am I actually doing? Why am I writing this syntax? Why am I coding this particular line of code? Why this bit of code? Always question yourself. Then you will never make a mistake. And then you will remember, if you always associate the code with a particular meaning or with a particular task, with a particular objective, what happens is, with a particular goal, you will remember the syntax even without making an effort, like the way you do. This is the trick of memorizing. You don't need to actually memorize. This is memorizing without memorizing, or rather understanding without memorizing. They usually say if you memorize, you don't understand. But if you understand, you can memorize. Do you know that? If you memorize, you don't understand. But if you understand, memorizing can come automatically. It just follows. So that means understanding what's happening, understanding and grasping the situation of what's happening is much more important than, yes, you got it right, than memorizing. So never ever sit and memorize codes. Never sit and memorize syntaxes. If you forget, try to understand what's happening, and then you can Google for the syntax, but never Google for result. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, like in this case. Understand it in the human way first. How do I look up a value? How do I look up a result? And then you can Google. So this is how you get the syntax. But once you start doing it this way and practice for several times, there will be no need to Google, there will be no need to memorize. So here we've made a mistake. So what it says, expected, token, expected, comma. So you're missing a comma, that means. Where are we missing? Charlie, Delta, yes. After Denver, if you see here, we are missing a comma after Denver. So go back. This is called debugging. So come back here to our file, original, come back here to the playground, write a comma after Denver. There you go. Run it again. Okay, run. Should be fine, run it. Is there any more error message? Look for error message. Okay, phonetic foxtrot should equal the string. Okay, so the change that is needed to be done is to change the capital F of Foxtrot to the small letter f, and that was the debugging required. So remember, capital letters do make a lot of difference, and then after doing that, we passed the test already and the test is completed. And in the meantime, always remember not to worry when debugging, always keep your chin up. Okay, 97% complete. Woohoo! And here, do look at the download my solution button. That is very important for you in order to remember your lesson and your solution, or maybe refer back to it later whenever you require, because if you don't do that, FCC doesn't show your solution later when you come back to it. Yeah, so just try doing that. Okay. So that means our debugging is over, our test is over. Just kind of running through it in a last measure so that you can just take a look. This is what we changed, the var lookup object. Alpha, Adams, Bravo, Boston, Echo, Easy, Foxtrot, Frank, etc. Then after that, return the result. We just only change, we have to do the, we have to look up the value. The result is lookup value, yeah, then final return the result, which is already there. We didn't change anything beyond the comment line, yeah. So this is our task, similar to the object given in the example, var alpha. we did the same example and we converted the switch statement to a lookup object, right? So this was our goal of doing this task, remember. So as I said, always you should remember while coding what is the goal of doing such a thing. So object can be treated as a tabular data for looking up values. So this is how you can look up values using an object.
Yes, so we've finished our debugging and we've passed this test, and woohoo, basic JavaScript 97% completed. Submit and go to the next challenge. But before that, do not forget to download my solution for your future reference, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Next lesson is about testing objects from